Grab your popcorn and goobers. It's time for Motherhood in Hollywood with your host, Heather Brooker. This is a crude prude's perspective on being a full-time mom in showbiz. She's not a perfect mom, but she can play one on TV. Hold on to your butts. Here's Heather.
Hey, have you already started applauding? Because you should. You should be clapping your hands right now because this is my birthday episode. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Heather Brooker.
Happy birthday
What they said to you. That's right, everybody. It is my birthday. And we are celebrating hella crazy around the Brooker household. For those of you who know me, you know I tend to kick off my birthday celebrations like a week before my birthday, and sometimes I continue them for weeks after my birthday. It's going to be November 15th. Yay, November 15th. I will be 24-ish. No, whatever. It's my show. I can say how old I want to be. So let's just go with it. You don't need to judge. You don't need to worry about it. Just go with it. So yes, this is my very special birthday episode. And because of that, I have invited one of my best friends in the world to come on the show with me and just have a good time and laugh and joke around and do what girlfriends do. It's my good friend, Mary Diaz. She is the host of the Weekly Dictator podcast, as well as really excellent expert in fitness and excellent expert. I don't know if that's a thing, but she is an excellent expert in fitness. And we talk a little bit about that while we were sitting here talking about getting healthy, and I think I inhaled like 19 candy bars because we had just gone through Halloween and our house is full of chocolate. Just a big overflowing bowl of it sitting in our kitchen, and I couldn't not eat it. And something about talking about working out makes me want to eat even more. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of weird psychosis that I have. So anyway, Mary's talking about getting healthy and working out, and you can hear me literally shoving candy bars in my face, and her eyes are just getting big, but she was polite enough not to point at me and call me a fatty 2x4. So thanks, Mary Diaz. So you guys will enjoy the show today because we have a lot of fun, and also it's my birthday to me. Yeah, it's my birthday. Feel free to send me happy birthday tweets because I love them, and I'll retweet them at MIH Podcast, Motherhood in Hollywood Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Also, every now and again, I jump on that Periscope thing. If you guys want to follow me at MIH Podcast there. And I Periscope the things I'm doing about town, like the Family Fall Festival, or Fall Family Fest, I should say, through Club Mom Me, which I was so happy to be a part of. So you guys I think you can go in and check out that Periscope, but only for like 24 hours after I did it. But yeah, go and check it out. I'm kind of addicted to it. I think it's like a lot of fun, and I want to Periscope everything I did. It was cool. I got to Periscope everything that I did. I'm like, what's going on? Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. Look, you just came in. You want to hear Mama's ears? Hey, come and talk in this microphone. Come and say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Can you say happy birthday, Mama?
Happy birthday, Mommy.
Oh, thank you. That was the best. Yeah, oh, you want to put my headphones in? Mommy's taping the intro right now to the podcast with Aunt Mary. Yeah, there might be some swearing, so you might want to step out of the room. Yeah. Are you going to go? Yes, that's cold, huh?
I want to see them.
You want to talk to everybody? Can you say, hi, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
It's me, Channing.
Me, Channing.
Yes.
Turn it on.
It is on. You're talking to everybody right now.
I know.
I know. What do you want to say to everybody?
I just said that my daddy is in my brush my teeth.
Oh, Daddy told you to brush your teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better go do that then. Okay. Channing, I'm going to finish recording my intro and then toss to my interview with Aunt Mary, okay? Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, we'll see if she'll be real quiet. Be real quiet. Okay, you guys, before I throw to the interview. I don't know. What am I, some kind of profesh? Before I go to the interview with Mary, I want to remind you that we are doing a very special fundraiser with Motherhood in Hollywood. It's going to benefit an organization called No Kid Hungry through the Share Our Strength organization. It's the No Kid Hungry campaign through the Share Our Strength organization. On December 7th at 7:30 at Acme Comedy Theater here in Los Angeles, we are going to be getting together some really funny people and do the very first live show of Motherhood in Hollywood. Now, it'll be live in front of an audience rather than live on the web, because I'm not that technically savvy yet. One day we will do it live on the web, though. But if you're in the Los Angeles area and you'd like to come to the show, go to motherhoodinhollywood.com and click on the MIH Live link or page or the picture for No Kid Hungry. Find out details about how you can buy tickets, or if you can't make it to the show, there's also information there about how you can donate online. No Kid Hungry helps provide meals to children in the United States who do not have access to food for their daily lives, and who don't have access to food in their daily lives. And this is just a really great organization that helps provide them with food. So we're happy to help them. There's going to be a silent auction, a raffle, a little bit of wine, a little bit of snacky snacks. It's going to be a really good time. So I'm looking forward to that. So make sure you check it out, motherhoodinhollywood.com, for all of the information. Okay, so I'm going to stop with my mommy monologue now, because I really want to get to my fun little birthday week interview with my good friend Mary Diaz, Weekly Dictator podcast host, and just general all-around swell, amazing auntie. And we have a lot of fun. Please enjoy while I inhale all of the chocolates that I could find. And, I want to give a really quick congratulations to Sophie and Oz on Instagram. They entered into our contest, our Lulubi contest, and won the giant coloring mural. So congrats, Sophie and Oz. Thanks for entering, and thank you to everybody else who liked the post and tagged friends in it. We'll be doing more giveaways in the coming weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, that's enough, mama. Here is the interview with Mary Diaz.
Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, you guys, I'm already laughing because my girlfriend Mary is here. And here's the deal. It's my birthday week, and I've been celebrating, as you should. But also, it's Mary's birthday week.
Whoop.
Whoop!
Wait, am I supposed to talk during this?
Yeah, of course. It's Mary's birthday week. Hi, Mary. Happy birthday week.
Thanks. Happy birthday week to you, too.
How
We're basically twins.
We're basically twins, 25-year-old twins.
Yep.
And how amazing is it that we get to celebrate all week / all month for our birthday?
It's pretty great. We can talk about all the free stuff we get.
Yes.
We'd like to go to Sephora and pick up our free lip gloss.
I put up my Amazon store the other day, and I was like, hey, if you're shopping, if you're looking forward to buy me, here's an entire store I've created for you. Just like a dick. Just here you
Amazing.
go.
Yeah, this is all the things I want.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
some people are just shaking their heads like, that girl is very
Yes.
arrogant.
It's Heather Brooker. It just seems like something you would do. Go.
She needs to get over herself. Not doing it.
No, don't do it ever. Please don't.
So the first question I would ask you, and like we're just gonna dive right in, is
Let's do
how amazing of a mom am I?
I would say, like, on a scale of 1 to, like, Claire Huxtable, like, full Claire Huxtable.
Wait,
Is that good? I don't know.
is it?
June Cleaver?
Okay, I'll take Claire Huxtable. If those are my
Yeah,
options.
I mean, you're not, like, a prude or anything. It's real fun to watch your friends be moms. I mean, I knew you very well for a long time before you had Channing. And
true.
it was, we
call it BC.
BC, yeah. We had a very different relationship where there was like a lot of
Lesbian
booze
play.
and, and like practicing kissing and stuff
Right.
like that. And like now we do that stuff. We just have to wait till she goes to bed.
Exactly. Like right now.
But yeah.
Cue the porn.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
This is going to be one of those shows.
That's great.
I
Yeah,
need ratings.
we're
I need
dirty.
ratings. It's when you know it's sweeps week on TV or for the news when everything suddenly gets way more sexy.
Is there sweeps week for podcasts, do you think?
I don't know. I actually looked to see, but there's no like rating system like they do for radio. I think they still do Arbitron ratings for radio, which is like so archaic. And then they do sweeps 4 times a year for television. But there's no measuring system that I could find
Yeah.
that was for podcasting.
Well,
Other
we'll
than
start
just
it.
like downloads and,
Yeah.
all of that.
We're going to start it. Our birthday week. Sweet week for podcasts.
Sweet.
Get on it, people.
Second week of November.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to about your birthday? Are you traveling overseas?
No.
Are you?
Well, considering that I had a big, a deal planned, and then my husband was planning it and didn't. So,
Oops.
I don't know. I think we'll just have a little girl time.
I love
Sometimes.
that.
Like have a little
See,
drunk night, and
I think
have
that
pillow
that
fights.
actually sounds like a lot of fun.
I don't like
'Cause
to
you
make a
mentioned
big
it to
deal
me.
of it.
What? Have we met? What do you mean? It's a big deal.
When was the last time I made a big deal about my birthday?
Like a week ago when we were talking about your birthday being a big deal. Like,
I mean, I still
Do you
want
remember?
to do, I still want to do something, and I want somebody to plan something
Yeah.
for me. But, I mean, after like a certain age, I won't say what that age is, but it's like not,
22.
it's not that exciting. I'm just getting older.
um,
I'm getting better.
I struggle with the birthday situation because the attention-starved side of me feels like there should be a parade.
Right.
And there should be like glitter bombs and like,
Absolutely. Well, there should just be
shots
that every day.
Every day. I really feel like for my birthday that should be happening. However, there's also the weirdly private side of me that's like, I don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
Like, get away from me. Don't tell anyone. It's just going to be me eating a cake by myself in my closet.
I mean, that's fun too.
That's fun too, right?
Yeah.
That sounds a little appealing. Just a
Yeah.
little shame eating. Just a little carb shame eating in your
It's no big
closet.
deal. Yeah.
So yeah, I actually don't really have a whole lot planned for my birthday this year. I was actually kind of hoping that your party
Would be your party too. I know. I thought
would
it
be a
could
big part of it.
Oh well.
I'd be like, I'm here to celebrate Mary and Heather's birthday.
And Heather.
And Heather's birthday. So you are one of a trifecta of a podcast called Weekly Dictator.
I am. Yes.
Now tell me a little bit about the Dictator, and then can we break news? If it
Yeah, I feel like at
This
by
point,
the time
yeah,
this
yeah.
airs, it will be out there. I just got word that we're doing our last podcast. It will have been 201 episodes.
That's
so
crazy.
It's a long time. I started in like maybe 52, episode 52, 53. It was our friend Will before that. I took over his spot. It's a history comedy podcast. I mean, like, don't fret. There's still 200 of them that you can listen to.
I know. I'm like, everybody can still go back and listen
Yeah.
and be in awe of the knowledge that you guys have of Dictators.
Yeah, I mean, the knowledge that
And
one of
jokes.
us has.
Now, what's the deal? Aurora. It's hosted by Aurora and Josh.
Yeah, they're a married couple.
I'm gonna be eating chocolate
yeah, go
during
for
our
it.
show. By the way.
Aurora does all the research for the Dictators, and then Josh and I just like, hey, like make funny noises and stuff in
Commentary.
the background. Yeah.
You what is that? What is that show where they watch movies and they're like the weird characters that?
Oh
sit
yeah,
in the
Mystery
front-
Science Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're basically like those two robots.
The Mystery Science Theater. Also, I probably should know that. I'm kind of a nerd.
I feel like that's a thing you should know. Plus, it was filmed in Minnesota, and I'm proud
You're-
Minnesotan, and you should know that.
I know you got Channing this awesome shirt the last time you were
No,
there. She
and a
loves
book that
shirt.
was like basically just advertisements for Minnesota.
When you come to Minnesota, go to the library.
Yeah, and the Mall of America.
Watch out for bears.
Yeah. That's about all there is there.
I was
Libraries, malls, and bears.
This does not sound like
I
a.
should have
From
read
place.
it before I bought it, but I was like, oh, it's like Goodnight Moon.
She loves it, and she
Yeah.
reads it, and she's like, okay, noted. It's good with Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll be there. Go to a Minnesota Wild game. That
I
sounds
love
great.
it. Well, I'm sorry about Weekly Dictator.
The Dictator, yeah.
Sorry about my
I'm
chocolate.
a little sad about it. You know, it was a lot. It took a lot of time.
You guys, I mean, 200 episodes. Even if you did the back half of the 150 or whatever,
Yeah.
it's a ton of episodes. This
It's a
is
lot.
episode number 19 that we're doing, and I'm tired.
It's a lot. I mean, all the prep that goes into it.
Yeah.
And luckily, I didn't do anything but come
But
there.
show up and be gorgeous.
Show up and like usually eat loud food on the.
But you did though. You added a unique perspective to the show and a very fun comedic voice, and
Yeah.
they should be damn grateful.
They should be. They should buy me stuff, guys. You should buy me stuff.
Yeah, they're not gonna
They're
listen.
not gonna listen.
I know.
Ridiculous.
They're not. They're not.
It was a really good time, and it was a nice to have a performance outlet, which now I'm not going to have, but I'll have 4 hours back in my week. So
You can perform anywhere you choose.
I can.
My mantra is, the world is your stage.
That's so true.
Like, Channing and I went to Giggles and Hugs before we got into a little bit of a tussle with a 3-year-old bully.
Oh, uh-oh.
There we had a dance party. And they started doing the dance party when we were in the bathroom. And I had her pants off and she was like trying to go pee. And they come on the announcement and they were like, hey, boys and girls, it's time for a dance party. And Channing started screaming, dance party!
And you're like, finish this first.
I know, I'm like, don't get off the toilet. Dance party! So I have to get her up, clean her up, but we run out there and she immediately starts dancing. And she's doing this thing now where she like drops it low. She puts her arms out and she puts her butt out.
Where'd
and we'll
she
start
learn
like
that?
shaking. I don't know. Chris,
yeah.
So she's like totally having the best time ever. So, and you guys got to see the other night. Chris said you got to see her show.
Her magic show, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my God, it was so great.
Do you think it was magic?
I don't know.
I feel I'm really worried that she's trying to be some kind of
She's
magician.
channeling the devil for sure.
No. I don't even care about that.
I mean, she didn't really, she didn't make anything disappear. I just figured because she was wearing a cape, it was like a magic show.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It was like she said, welcome, and then thank you. It was great. First, she threw everything out of her crib.
Like it was going to be something big,
Yeah, right. We were so excited. And we set all of her stuffed animals up, and then she said, welcome to my show. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was literally was the best show I've ever seen. Nelson said he was going to Yelp about it. 5 stars, guys.
Yes, 5 stars for the Channing show.
It was the best.
The other day she had added a couple more lines to it. It was something about her boogers.
Right.
Did
Chris
she
said
add
that.
boogers?
She didn't, but then Chris was like, what about the boogers? And she was like, gets back up there and she's like, welcome to my show.
Mom and Daddy have
Mommy
boogers.
and Daddy have boogers. Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm going to pee. That sounds like
That was the best. I would see that show every night if I could afford it.
I do. She just started doing it like last week randomly.
So
out of the blue, she decided that she was going to do a show, and she did that. She went into her crib and she pulled off all of the stuffed animals, jumped up there, and I was like, oh, I have this cape. You want your cape? And she was like, yeah.
Obviously.
So I went and I got her a cape and I put it on her. Man, it was like off to the races all of a sudden.
cute.
Welcome to my show. Thank you. Welcome to my show. Mom and Daddy have boogers. And I was like, aw, why do you throw us under the bus like that?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Channing. Yeah, she's all of a sudden sort of taken a liking to this sort of performing, because she'll do that in the living room sometimes with the ottoman, stand up on the ottoman, and
Gosh, she's so cute.
I'm just so afraid she's doing some kind of magic trick, and I'm like, stop it, you don't know the road you're going down. You have no friends.
It's like
no one will ever
dangerous
want to
magic
date you.
road.
Yeah, like you will never have a boyfriend.
I mean, Neil Patrick Harris has a boyfriend, husband.
Wait, oh yeah, they're married now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, does Neil Patrick Harris do magic?
He's all about magic.
Oh, I don't watch TV.
Oh, that's not true.
That's not true. I know.
I do listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
You talk about Big Brother every episode.
Can we talk about Big Brother?
I don't watch it.
Oh God! All right, I just got really excited.
I mean,
for a
but
second.
yeah, we can talk about
I would go back in time and talk about the whole season again. I don't know what it is about that show. I just really dig it. Yeah, I guess I think I knew Neil Patrick Harris did magic. Have you seen that new show he's doing on NBC though?
I only watched one because Nelson produced a segment on it where a bunch of people were dancing and flipping around or something. But seemed like a little much.
It's a little all over the place.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. They're just trying to like impress people, like trying to be like, wow,
Look at how many things I can do in a half an hour.
yeah,
or
like
an
it's
hour
just
or
very
whatever.
strange. The one I saw, I think might have been the pilot, where they brought in the mom, not a mom, like this girlfriend, or maybe he's even a wife, and he's like, do you know what your husband's been up to? And she's like, no. Well, he's been, doing this awkward thing, and then he held a snake in the Amazon, and then he was on The Voice, and it's like this just one big promo for NBC. So I don't know, just weird.
But that lady's husband actually did all that stuff?
Yeah,
I'm so
they
confused.
showed-
She didn't know her husband was on The Voice?
Yeah, she was like, they pre-taped all these bits with him, and she didn't know that that's what he was doing. And so the whole joke was that they were surprising her with all of these things that her husband had done.
Oh, that's weird.
That'd be like if I was like, do you know where Nelson's been? And you'd be like, at work? No. He's been in the circus.
Yeah, that'd be way cooler than what he actually does.
Oh, Nelson.
Oh, Nelson. He's not going to listen.
I know. Damn it, Nelson. I love that guy.
Oh, he's the best.
He is the best.
He's ridiculous.
Nelson is a talent manager, and also when Channing was born, you were the first person besides Chris and I to hold her.
I was, and she was so tiny, and that was like I was like in the throes of my vertigo. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop
pass
her.
out, and you started like swaying.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
I was like, grab that baby, because I was.
She
in,
was
like, some
so
weird
little.
position.
I'd never held. I mean, she was like what, 10 hours old or something?
Yeah, if that.
At that point, I never held a baby that little.
So tiny.
So tiny and so cute.
I look back now and I'm like, she was so little.
Oh my god, I don't remember her being that small. It seems like she's always been this size.
Yeah. Oh,
Weird.
I feel that way every day, and I see her every day growing. I see her feet getting bigger, and I'm buying more shoes, and I'm buying bigger clothes.
Crazy.
And I'm boxing away all of these like tiny onesies, and I'm like, man, she's becoming like a person.
She's like an actual human.
Right.
I mean,
That's
I don't know
weird.
what she was before, like
Maybe a
some sort of amoeba
yeah
thing. I don't know. But she used to just lay there and do nothing.
And she would cry and scream at Nelson.
Yeah,
but not when
hated
she was
it.
like tiny, but when she was like maybe, I don't know, six months to, I would say, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I know he was so worried that she didn't like him.
His heart because he loves her
I
so
know,
much.
I know. And I kept telling him, like, don't worry. She's going to get through it. It's just a phase that they're in. It may have just been his beard, whatever.
He's also a real big guy.
Yeah, he's a real big guy, and he's loud. He's Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican. They're loud.
But now, every night before we go to bed, he is literally the first one that we
all
say
about
prayers
him.
for. Yeah.
When I come over, she goes, "Where's Uncle Nelson?"
Yeah, where's Uncle Nelson?
You're like, "Oh, good to see you too." Thanks.
She does it to us too. Like, oh hey, where's Uncle
Where's
Nelson?
Uncle Nelson?
She's
obsessed.
She's
Yeah.
obsessed with him now, and it's almost like it changed overnight. I don't even remember when it happened, but something
Yeah.
clicked, and she realized, oh, I like this
Yeah,
guy.
this guy's fun. I can
This
climb
guy's
all
fun.
over him and
Yeah.
bang me upside down.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm glad he hung in there and didn't.
Yeah, he
didn't
did.
give
He
up.
felt really bad. You guys were so sweet. You printed out pictures of
We
him.
did.
and
Yeah, we showed
would
her
show
pictures
him to her. And,
every day so that she could see Uncle Nelson.
oh.
So, do you guys get asked constantly about having kids? Because you've been married now, what, 4 years?
4 years, a little over 4 years. Yeah. I mean, it starts literally like after they say at your wedding, like you can kiss the bride. Like everybody comes up to you and
When you're
asks
having
you
a
when you're
baby.
having babies. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna make it through the rest of my wedding.
Yeah. Can I at least go get drunk and have milk and cookies?
Yeah. Right. Oh, the cookies. That was the
Your
best.
wedding was so much fun.
We had cheeseburgers and French fries and a milk and cookie bar.
It was so great.
And I want to eat like a stale piece of chicken. It's gross.
And because Nelson is a talent manager for a bunch of dancers, you guys had like major dance-offs on the dance floor.
I didn't even
during
want to dance at
reception.
my own wedding, like at my own wedding.
Yeah.
I just would like sway back and forth underneath my dress. I was like super.
I saw you get out there and get funky.
Yeah, I might have.
Can we talk about you calling out the DJ though? Because that was
I got
literally...
so mad. Like, here I got
Chris
like.
and I were like, dang, he better
I asked him
run.
like 6 times to stop. So he was playing during my classy dinner. He's playing like dance party music, and I was like,
He was like playing like NWA and like Me So Honey.
and I'm like, that's not what my 80-year-old aunt wants to listen to.
it's what Heather Brooker wants.
Yeah,
to
it's
listen
not every day is Heather Brooker Day.
Let
Most
Mary
days,
have a day.
yeah. I got like half a day. But yeah, I mean, he started. I made him CD after CD of like classy like
These are the
jazz
songs
music
you can play.
and stuff.
I didn't play any of that.
He didn't play any of it. I mean, he really.
I didn't realize you
fucked
made
up
him
the
all-
entire time. Like he was supposed to cut down the song that I danced with my dad to because there's like a weird talking thing at the end. He didn't do that. And I gave him strict like play 4 fast songs and then a slow song because they never play slow songs at weddings anymore.
No, because they assume nobody wants to do that because
Yeah, but I
only
do.
the old people get up and dance and everybody
but
else
there's
sits
also
down.
old people there too, and like
Right.
they don't want to. My mom and dad don't want to bump and grind to whatever.
I'd watch that though.
What?
I'd watch that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be amazing. I mean, they
Let's
probably
so Kegley.
they'd probably do it at
And her
home.
delicious recipes on
Oh
Facebook.
God, if my mom ate all the things she posted on Facebook, she'd be like 6,000
Says 100 pounds. I know. Oh, delicious.
Ridiculous. So anyway, so I got on the microphone and literally called out the DJ. I was like, no, we don't do that. No. I mean, I was trying to get him to stop. I sent over one of the ushers to get him to stop. He still wouldn't do it. So I was finally just like, no, enough.
You did. And it literally was like,
Everybody's like, the food was falling out of their mouth. I'm like, it's my wedding, and
You can
that's
do
like
what you want.
totally a thing I would do.
totally. Yeah. But it was so much fun. I just remember like everybody dancing and
was
like
great.
picking out and just having
Yeah.
the best
We
time
just wanted
ever.
it to be like low key and cheap.
Yeah. And it's so funny because the year before that, like I think almost exactly a year before that, we had been on a cruise with you guys.
Yeah.
The 4 of us went on a Mexico cruise.
Yeah.
And I remember Nelson got really, really drunk on the cruise, and he's like, "You guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a ring right now. I'm going to propose to Mary on this cruise." And Chris and I were like, "Really?"
No.
I mean, we were supportive. We were like, "Yeah, man, go for it. Woohoo." Because we were drunk. We didn't know.
Right, obviously.
But deep down, I was kind of like, we should not let him
It's not a good
go
idea.
to the gift shop and buy a ring.
I'm like, do they even have diamonds?
No, they totally do.
They
They
do?
have
Okay.
beautiful
They're
diamonds.
probably like 3
but
times more than they.
yeah, they're really expensive.
All blood diamonds.
Probably they go into the port and they're like, "Give us your
Give
diamonds."
us your diamonds.
I don't know why they sound like the guy from that Tom Hanks movie. I am not the captain. You are the captain.
Look
now.
at me.
Look at me. Wait.
I'm proud Minnesotan. That guy. He was a limo driver.
Oh, that's right. And then they said that after the Oscars, he had lost all of his money because he had to give it away to like talent agents and PR people and all that. And now he's back driving a cab.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ah, the price of fame.
It's we had I don't know if you remember the movie The Internship.
Yeah.
It's like Nelson's favorite movie. He watches
What?
it almost
Really?
any Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn.
Is that the one where they were Googles at interns? Or was it the
interns,
internship or the interns?
The Internship.
Okay.
And there was like one of the kids in it that was also like in this internship was our waiter. Like maybe a month after that movie came out, was like our waiter at a charity thing. And I was like, wow, Hollywood is a fickle bitch.
It really is.
Terrible. It's
Like,
just-
I mean, you've seen it because you're an actor too.
Yeah.
Do you still feel like you're an actor? Because I know that, you kind of struggle with that and you go back and forth. Like,
yeah, it's every day. It's like, I'm never acting again. It's not fun. It's not about the craft. I have a pretty big theater background. I've been
you
doing
do.
Plays since I was 6. So to be out here and like, I'm not good at playing the game. I'm not good at the hustle. I feel like my husband is a talent manager. Why do I have to do anything? Please do it all.
What do you consider to be the hustle though? Like what to you
Like,
is
he always tells me I have to like kiss my agent's ass and stuff, and like that's just not gonna happen.
yeah.
You work for me, and if you want to make money, then you'll get me a job. That's how I feel. I'm really stubborn about it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been like a year since I've done anything, and my agents have never gotten me any auditions really. I get all my auditions from Nelson. Excuse me. Part of my problem is I'm just like the least photogenic person.
Oh, come on.
I am. No, I really am. So my
stop it.
headshots, I'm always like Quasimodo or like Baby Ruth. One eye open, and I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah. If I squint,
Yeah,
I can
totally
see it.
sloth.
you're embarrassing. Never say that again.
Okay, sorry.
What's wrong with you?
Edit that out.
Yeah. You're gorgeous. That's crazy.
I just sound photogenic. I don't know. So I just like I've been getting more into fitness and stuff.
Don't you think though that like there are all kinds of different types of actors. Everybody has a certain kind of look that they're bringing. We don't all look like Angelina Jolie, thank God, because she's kind of a troll. I'm saying it.
I hope she doesn't listen.
Turn it off.
Start a war.
No, but like we all look different.
Yeah.
We all are bringing our own assets to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate that you feel that way.
I don't know.
That
I mean,
being
what else
said,
would it
can
be?
you email me 8 to 10 pictures of yourself so I can plaster it all over my website?
Totally.
Okay.
8 to 10. I already
like to
sent
have
you my headshot.
No, I
Remember
like to
that?
have choices. I like to have
was
multiple.
Mr. T.
I need some with you and Nelson, and
All right.
I need some with you and Boogie.
Oh, Boogie.
So anyway, so then what led to fitness then? Was it just your frustration with acting, or were you just sort of looking for an outlet to work out, or?
I when I graduated from college, I was 60 pounds heavier than I am right now.
So you
And-
were 80 pounds?
Yeah, I weighed 80 pounds, exactly. I'm just struggling so hard to get back to my birth weight, but it's not working out for me.
Me too.
So I lost a bunch of weight because it was a terrible situation that I was in. I lived up in San Francisco and just sort of was like so stressed out that I lost a bunch of weight really fast. And I was skinny fat, which is like worse than just being fat, I think.
Like when you just have no muscle tone or anything like that, and you're just sort of
just
thin,
like a sack of bones.
like supermodels.
kind of, yeah.
A lot of supermodels.
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
skinny
bony.
fat. Like there's no definition or anything. So I started working out with my friend Lano, and I started lifting weights, and I like felt really great about it, and like I started to see definition in my
This
arms
was in
and
San
stuff.
Francisco?
No, this was down here.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, I just got like I felt really good when I would lift more weight than I lifted last time.
Was
you
this
know?
before your wedding workout with
Yeah.
Allison?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
this was before that. So eventually we got a trainer, this girl Allison, and she trained us, and like I just started to see a lot of positive changes, and it's just become a really important part of my life. I got a little obsessed for a while. Like I would only eat egg whites and tofu. And I looked way worse than I do now, where I'm like totally relaxed and I eat what I want to eat. And I work out a lot.
Yeah, you do.
And
Do you find that you do that, by the way? She's talking
she's
about
cramming peanut butter cups into her mouth.
I'm like, tell me more about being thin and healthy. And I'm shoving a giant Reese's peanut butter cup in my face. I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, no, keep it real.
Do you find that you get like a high from working out and from the reactions you get from people after?
Yeah. Yes, sometimes. It does become a chore and it's very tedious sometimes, and there seems like there's no reward, or like, every time I squat, I try to squat the most weight I've ever squatted. And so that's a great feeling, like I can squat 180 pounds just once. Not for
That's
reps or anything,
impressive.
but that's a lot, and I really had to work up to that. But it's a lot of times I just don't want to do it. So I haven't lifted anything in the last 2 weeks.
Oh.
So
I'm fascinated because to me it sounds similar to like what runners get for like that running high.
Yeah.
When you start, because you also have started running a lot too, right?
Yeah, I'm training for a half marathon on top of lifting 5 days a week and teaching 4 spin classes a
That's
week.
crazy.
So I'm tired.
So you
all the
really
time.
like dove headfirst into the fitness world and working out. If you start posting pictures of yourself in a thong
I never will.
and a spray tan,
No. I would never do that. I would never do any of those competitions. I've seen it ruin friends. of
Really?
mine. Yeah. I mean, it's just so, like, my friend Allison did that. I mean, she's just, it's stupid. Like, I just don't want to carry around Tupperware full of steamed broccoli and boiled chicken. It's not, there was a time where I wanted that, but it's not my thing anymore.
So do you think, because there was a time when you went through that where you were very restrictive with what you ate and you were really into only eating certain types of food and your caloric intake and all of that. Do you think that you've kind of moved past, it sounds like you've kind of moved past it, but
Absolutely.
I
ate pizza over here on Saturday.
I know. And you guys didn't effing leave me any of it.
Well,
I came home, Chris was like, there's a piece of pizza left. And I was like, really? Just one?
He got
Have
us
we
like
met?
a medium or something. I don't know what
I
he was
know. He
thinking.
doesn't know.
He doesn't get it.
He doesn't play in all the parties. I do.
I know. He didn't know that Nelson was going to be here.
I know. I was like, you should have ordered 2.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to be a medium. Anyway. Chris and his lack of party planning skills. But do you feel like because, do you think you like reached a goal look or feel with your body, or do you think you're still constantly striving to get there? Because I noticed that, a lot of people who are into health and fitness and working out regularly, they have to maintain. Once they get to that point, they want to maintain it, and then there's no rest for the weary. You're just always working out.
Constant.
It's constant working out, and that's what I feel like you do.
Yeah, I've gotten to a point now where like my body fat is in the teens. I'm very lean. I have a ton of muscle, and I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of issues, like mental issues with that. Someone who was I was thin growing up. I was always really skinny, and then I just got so fat, and I was so miserable. And I still see myself as a fat girl.
Yeah.
So it's been really difficult for me. But I've done a lot of work. I did a lot of therapy. And I'm over that now. Like I feel like there has to be a point where it's good enough.
Yeah.
Otherwise you're just going to be on that hamster wheel for the rest of your life. And I actually look better now than I did when I was like totally restricting and like working out twice a day. And like I look way better now because if I don't want to work out, I just don't work out. Because sometimes that's the best thing for you.
And you allow yourself to have that sort of breathing room in that moment where you're like, oh, it's okay.
Like, I'm just tired.
I know that's hard.
It's very hard. And this is only like maybe in the last, since I started training for this half marathon.
Like month or so, right?
Yeah. Like if I can't get those runs in, I'm not going to be able to finish this half marathon. So something else has to give.
Don't you think that it's because you're doing so much more cardio now that you can allow yourself a little bit of a break?
Yeah. I don't love, like for me, I would rather just lift and not do any cardio. But now I'm basically getting paid to do cardio, and like for some reason decided to run this half marathon.
Why just lifting instead of cardio? Because everything I've read is like, if you want to lose weight, you got to do cardio.
Yeah,
sweat your balls off.
It's so untrue. Cardio is only one part of it. I think it does play an important role, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose. Some really hard, intense cardio is really good for that. But having more muscle on your body burns more calories.
Yes.
So to me, it's more about putting on a lot of lean muscle mass than to just cardio it all off.
Mm-hmm.
So my body fat's probably a little higher right now because I'm doing so much cardio.
A few weeks ago, decided to start going back to the gym. I was it's been about a month or so now because Chan is in preschool now, and I have a little bit of time during the week to like actually go and take advantage of the gym membership that I pay for.
Right.
And yay. And I went to the gym and I was like, all right, I'm on a treadmill. This feels good. I'm doing it. That's right. All right, I'm going to increase the speed a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I fucking bit it. I bit it.
God,
I literally just like, I turned to the side and I was like, I'm going to do these crazy side hop things that I saw once on TV.
Yeah.
And I started doing it and I was like, good dong, all the way down. And the girl next to me is like running and she just glances over and just keeps going.
I'm still running. Oh my God, that's amazing.
And I was like, I'm okay. Like an idiot. So
one of
my
favorite things is when people fall off the treadmill.
Oh my God. And now you would have died. You would have been like, never work out next to me again.
No, always work out next to me. I work at a gym too, so I see people do really
just
stupid
bite
stuff
it
all the time. Yeah.
You're like, what
like
are you
I
doing?
can see like people run way towards the back of the treadmill. I'm like, any minute they're
Is
gonna
there?
fall
You
off.
should start a secret Twitter account if there isn't one already.
I should. I have
Gym Spy.
I have live tweeted people's workouts.
Yes.
Like stupid idiots that work out in the gym. I mean, it's just people.
Why do people do weird stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if they like saw a video of some idiot doing that stuff or whatever. But
So they were like, I'm gonna go for
take a minute if you really are serious about going to the gym and working out. Like, spend the money to get a half an hour training session and just figure out what the fuck you're doing, because like it's not going to do you any good if you just go to the gym and like fall off the treadmill. You know.
You don't know. I burned a few extra calories.
You probably did.
Trying
to like get
hoist
back
myself.
up.
You don't know. I'm pretty sure I lost some more calories.
There's a woman who comes in and she's like weirdly in shape. Like there had to have been steroids at some point in her life. She's just manly and like really low body fat. And she just does the same like 6 non-exercises. Like it's not a real thing that she's doing. And for some reason
is she just
in really
waving
good
at
shape.
people?
Basically, like she just takes a dumbbell and like just swings it around, and then she like benches with her feet up in the air, and it's like, just stop doing everything wrong.
Excuse me, isn't there a machine where you lay down and you push up with your feet? Because
Yeah.
I like that machine.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
down
the
with
leg
that one.
press. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. I get down with some leg press because
Good for you.
I can lay down.
Yeah, I love any exercise where you can lay down.
It always gives me the heebie-skeebies though, because I go to a 24-hour fitness,
Yeah.
and it is very male dominated.
Yeah.
So there's one of my favorite machines is that butterfly machine.
Right, we call that the yes/no.
Yeah. Yes, no. And I sit there and like always when I sit down, all of a sudden all these dudes are walking by, like just glancing over, not glancing over. And I'm like, I know you're looking at what I'm packing.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate it.
Don't. It's gross, right? I used to do deadlift at 24-hour fitness, and I would like, there would be a gaggle of men behind me. I'm like, I'm just trying to lift weights here, and I'm sorry that I have to bend over at the waist, but get the fuck out of my business. You know?
I can only imagine.
And they try to talk to you, like, no.
Do they try to like give you tips? Like, here
Yeah,
you go.
or
Hey,
like,
little lady.
Yeah, or like, I don't wear my wedding ring when I work out because I don't want it to get all scratched
And
up,
you want
right?
people to know.
And like, yeah, come over and tell me like how hot I am, and don't be
Please
scared
do.
because I'm married. But so yeah, they come over and they're like, hey, how much you lifting? Or like, we gonna do after this? Or like,
Ew.
like, no.
Wow.
Does that ever work?
I think it probably does, or they wouldn't do it. Or
I
like
guess.
maybe they've seen it in the pornos. You know what I mean? There's
Can I
tons of
help you lift
pornos where
that?
like this girl gets rammed at the
Yeah.
gym.
Oh God.
Like this girl gets all her holes filled in the gym locker room.
There is no place less sexy
Than the gym.
than the gym. Like, I don't know. I go to work out and I will be dripping sweat. And I'm also like not super diligent about wearing deodorant. So I stink. Like, I don't care. I don't even care anymore.
Is that because you're afraid of getting breast cancer?
No, I'm just forgetting. I'm lazy.
I did that for almost a week when we went to Tulsa. And I literally kept telling Chris, like, I got to remember to go to Walgreens and get some deodorant. And he'd go, okay. And I'm like, remind me to go get some. And then 5 days later, I was like, whoops. I never got the deodorant. I cannot wait to get home and just slather it on.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people I ran into were like, ooh,
Oh God, Heather's becoming a hippie.
ooh. No way. Never. Never happened.
You're not gonna grow your armpit hair out?
No. My mother-in-law does that.
Well, they're hippies.
Yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
hippies.
Gross.
But anyway, well, I wish There are some times when I want to take pictures and send them to you when I'm at the gym because I'm like, oh, Mary would
do it.
Mary would dig this. But then I don't want to be that creepy fat girl at the gym that's just sitting on the floor taking
Fuck
pictures
that.
of people.
I posted a video once of a guy doing a really, really ridiculous. He was doing like Tai Chi, but on like that captain's chair where you hold yourself up by your arms and then lift your legs up and down.
Like he was standing on it?
He was facing it. Like usually you would stand on it with your back to the chair, but he was facing it and like, I don't know, doing some sort of weird Tai Chi. So like, obviously I'm going to stop my workout and film that.
Absolutely.
And I posted it on Facebook and I got a lot of flack from like a mutual friend of ours about how people go to the gym so that they can work out in private and blah, blah, blah. I was like, P.S. You're at a public gym.
Yeah.
You're not working out in private.
Oh, was it Hutch?
Yeah.
He was all, just guys trying to try something new.
Yeah, this guy's trying to try something new. Yeah, but he's not doing a thing and he's going to hurt himself.
Yeah.
And he looks ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is America. I'm going to film
Hutch
you.
doesn't listen to my podcast. So
Okay, good. He's the worst.
There's only like 3 people that listen, so we're totally safe.
Oh, okay.
One of them is you. One of them is Chris Brooker.
And I'm not going to listen to this one because I'm already hearing it.
You have to listen to it.
I'll download it.
You need to listen to at least my mommy monologue at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like that title? Or is
I
that
do.
cheesy?
No, I like it. I
Is it a
think it's
little
cute.
cheesy?
No.
I actually, when I was doing research for the podcast and like what to do and like, you know, just kind of trying to come up with ideas, every mom related variation of name has already been done in like 1,000 different ways. And it's actually part of the reason why I kind of hesitated for a while to do anything because I was like, well, what am I doing that hasn't already been done? And then I was like, fuck it. I'm doing it anyway.
Cares? It's just, you just do it better.
Yeah. So you hear that, other mommy monologue?
Yeah, take that.
I'm doing it better. So when you're not working out, what do you like to do?
Netflix and chill. Like
Netflix
that's
and
always
chill.
Nelson and I invented Netflix and chill.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Does it involve anyone getting naked?
Sometimes.
Whoa.
Whoa. I like to bake a lot. I have a little bake shop.
Yeah, you do.
Boogie's Bake Shop that actually would not exist without you.
Yeah. And giving birth to Channing.
Yeah, it all started because of Channing.
Because you made her smash cake for her first birthday, and you also made like 1,000 treats for her birthday. So cute, and they were
that was
so
the
good.
Cutest birthday party ever.
I have a picture here in the studio of Channing with this giant, gorgeous cupcake in front of her. Like, what am I?
She looks
supposed to do?
terrified.
She does, but like in a good way.
Yeah. I love that kid.
Yeah, but I think it's great that you open Boogies. Like, you should.
People give me a lot of shit for it because
Who does? Why? Because you're so healthy?
Yeah, because I literally eat nothing that I make.
Yeah.
You know, I'll taste it and then this is terrible. Sometimes I just spit it out.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I spit it back into it. Oh. No, I spit it out because like if I ate all the things that I made, I can maintain this gorgeous figure.
So you're concerned with then so you don't eat any of the things you make, or you just taste it and then spit it back out like a wine tasting?
Yeah,
so you're
generally
like
I will spit it back out, or I will feed it to my husband so he can tell me if it's good. But let's be honest, everything I make is delicious.
It's delicious,
so it's fine. But.
I can see how people might give you a hard time about that.
Yeah,
because they always say don't trust a skinny chef.
Yeah,
it's
true, and I feel the same way. I really do. But it's
and you love chefs. Like you have a few chefs that you're like big admirers of.
I am. Nelson calls me a chef whore.
Yeah,
I am very we went to this food and wine festival. It's called Bottle Rock in Napa. It's also a
looks like so
music
much
festival.
fun.
It's so much fun. And this year they had a bunch of celebrity chefs there, and Nelson was like, "You're embarrassing me. You need to calm down." I was just following these chefs around, like, "Oh my god, do you think he'll talk to me? Oh my god, oh my god!" Like, it was just ridiculous. And I got all these pictures with all these chefs, and meanwhile everybody else is off meeting Gwen Stefani and Snoop Dogg, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Michael Voltaggio, it's all around.
Oh, that would be cool though.
Oh, he's good looking.
I think he was in the last episode of Having More Chocolate, since we're talking about food. He was in the last season, I think, of Top Chef. Is Top Chef still on?
Yeah.
What are they doing? Are they just in space now cooking?
They're in space.
Where
they have to use only
left?
astronaut ice cream. All they do is they take it to different places. So I feel like this year was Texas or something.
Oh, they've done Texas before.
I don't know. I got rid of my cable. So
you did? Why?
Yeah, we don't watch
it's expensive.
And it's expensive. And we had every movie channel and everything.
My friend Claudia was telling me that she did that. She just has Hulu and Netflix and all that.
And every channel has their own app, and it's a la carte cable now.
Yeah, she does HBO Go or whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, we really should do that. Our cable and internet bill is almost $200 a month.
Oh, ours was more than that.
That's insane.
It's ridiculous.
And we got in on some special when they were having the top tier
Just spill water all over my hands.
Drunk.
I'm new.
The top tier, whatever. And I was like, how can you charge people $200 for internet and the internet doesn't even work half the time?
I know,
You hear that, AT&T?
Suck it.
Suck
the
it.
3/4 of the channels you don't even watch.
Right.
You know, like
I literally spend 90% of my day watching PBS, Nickelodeon, and the Disney Channel.
yeah.
And occasionally I get to watch Homeland. But only when Channing pays attention. Because if she misses something, then I have to go back and explain it to her.
And you know she never pays
To be
attention.
like, it's Carrie. Not Carrie Bradshaw. Totally different show.
She's like, wait, I'm confused.
Yeah. But no, I think we should do that. Like we need to cut back on their expenses because I need to buy a new car. I know Nelson just got a new car.
Yeah, Nelson just got a new car. It was part of the Hyundai family now. So that's good.
Do you still have the Yaris?
No, I sold it just 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it's just 2 weeks. That
Yeah,
new.
I had it. I got a new car last December, and I just sold my old car. It was difficult. I actually lived in that car for a month when I was in San Francisco. I had nowhere to live.
In the Yaris.
I lived in that Yaris with my cat.
How old was your Yaris?
It was in 2008 or 2005. I mean.
I for some reason I was thinking they just recently started making that car. I didn't know that it was.
Oh yeah, no. Wait, was it 2005? 2008. I don't know. What year is it? I was barely old enough to buy a car.
Did you? Then I don't know if you. I know, it's so long ago.
So young.
We're basically in middle school.
Yeah.
Did you probably didn't read my blog post then when I wrote about how Chris and I got a Yaris in Tulsa.
I did, yeah.
And I
And
was
then he was telling me
pissed
about it. And
about
how
it.
pissed you were. And I was like, whatever, it's a luxury automobile.
We were so mad.
It's the cheapest car you can buy, and that's why I had
literally
it.
is.
It has like bike tires.
Oh, it's so bad.
It was bad.
And when we went up over like 30 miles an hour, the walls would start shaking, and I was
See,
like,
mine was
slow
way
down.
nicer than that. But
We were like, so going so fast, the doors are gonna fall off.
I was just actually hanging out with some friends of mine from when I used to be in this terrible theater company / cult thing, and we were talking about driving up to
They all
San
are.
Francisco. It's like a weird to driving up to San Francisco for a show. Mm-hmm. And Nelson and my friend Bruce were in the front, and Bruce is like 6'5" and 400 pounds, and then Kelly and I are in the back with all of their stuff in like 5-hour car
Oh
ride
my
in the back.
God.
Nobody could move.
I would be so claustrophobic.
You'd hated it.
I can't. I mean, I don't even like sitting in an airplane
Yeah.
seat. I think, especially now that I'm fat, I didn't used to bother me when I was skinny, but now I'm one of those fat people where I'm so afraid they're gonna come up and go, "Would you like a seatbelt extender?" And I'll
No.
just cry.
I gotta get off the
Yes.
plane. No, that's never
Just
gonna
don't
happen.
charge me for another seat.
That's ridiculous.
But I don't like being cooped in and
Yeah.
feeling like confined.
But you drive a pretty big car.
I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I would drive like a boat down the street if I could. A Hummer, yes.
We'll just get you a giant Hummer.
If I was just not so concerned about finding parking,
Yeah.
I would love to have, like, you know, Ashton Kutcher used to drive around town. I don't know if he still does, in that, like, semi. It was just a semi truck, but without the bed.
Really?
The truck bed. Yeah, it was just like the
Weird.
front cab of a semi truck. Just driving around town, like in his fucking semi. That's what I
Strange.
would want.
Oh.
I want to be up above everybody where I
Right.
can see them and let them know I will crush them
Yeah.
if I need to.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It's a power thing.
Yeah. You should get
Because I
one.
have a small penis.
really, really, really small.
really, really tiny penis.
You should get one, and then like if you need extra money, you just like haul some cargo.
Yeah, right? Like, part-time job.
hitting the
This
road.
Motherhood in Hollywood thing isn't working out, so I'm going to
Take
get...
Channing, put her in a car seat. And
Oh, she would go. So you guys just celebrated your 4-year wedding anniversary.
October 1st.
And I lost my bet because of it, so thanks for that. No, I'm kidding.
You thought we were only gonna make it 3 years?
No.
I was giving it 3 years. Like I thought that was pretty safe bet that
Yeah.
we make it about 3 years.
No way. Well, you guys are meant to be together.
Yeah, I mean nobody else would put up with either of us.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like in a good way.
Yeah. Our mutual friend Natalie said once, you're both saintly for putting up with each other.
See,
And I was
there
like,
you go.
yeah. I mean, you just gotta find somebody that can put up with you.
Oh, I love Natalie. Do you think
Yeah.
Natalie listens to the show?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Natalie,
Natalie?
text me if you're listening.
Are you there? Oh, we're not live. Oh my God, we could talk about the live show now. Mary is one of the
yeah.
people on the planning committee for Motherhood in Hollywood Live.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so much fun.
I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before, and I know I keep telling you this, but I'm just afraid that like I'm gonna put myself out there and be like, "Hey, you guys, come to this great thing that we're planning," and then like 4 people will come, and then I'll just be
if that's the
sobbing.
case, then those 4 people are going to have the best time and everybody else can suck it.
They're all going to get really good things.
Yeah.
And probably all the silent auction items.
Yeah. Just give them all to one person.
You win.
Like Nelson will just buy all of them.
Oh,
anyways.
Nelson.
He loves a silent auction.
I went to a silent auction event for Right Girl once, which is like Retta's organization. And a well-known actress was there. I'm not going to say because she probably listens. But she had donated a script for one of her like big movies and autographed it. And nobody bought it by the end of the night. So her husband bid like $500 on it and bought it for her. Like, and I don't think she knew.
Yeah.
But I was helping wrap up the silent auction, and I was like, "Oh, that's so
sad."
nice." No, but that's what I'm afraid of. Is I like she's a big star, and I am not, and so like for me to be like, "Hey, you guys, come! It's for the children," you know, like it's for the children.
Are the silent auction items just gonna be headshots of you, or?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know that was an option. Well, they are now.
Heather used to have these Halloween parties, and she would give out prizes for the best costumes, and they were always her headshot.
That was only the top prize, mine.
Oh, yeah.
That was first place. Got a picture of me. Mark Willett has 2 of them.
Oh, he has the best costumes.
Mark and Heather are pretty great. When are those guys going to get married? Should we call them now and be like,
yeah,
get
like
married?
I love to pressure people about when they're going to get married.
I do
and
too.
then
Well,
immediately
do you
start
find
pressuring them about having kids.
I know. That never goes away. And then when you have one,
When are you having another
When
one?
you're having another one,
It's-
yeah.
People, it's never enough. For people.
I get asked constantly, just the one? Just the one?
Yeah.
And then they look
It's
at my
okay.
gut and then they go, are you sure?
Are you serious?
Sure.
People
just
are
the one.
such jackasses.
I literally had someone one time go, won't she be so sad if she's all by herself? Yeah, maybe. But then that's why I'll teach her to entertain herself.
Yeah.
I was all by myself and look how
and
awesome
you're
I turned out.
awesome. It's totally fine. Like, it's fine to have only one kid.
Only one kid. I'm okay with it. I'm embracing it. But back to Heather and Mark.
Yeah.
I always, whenever we get to hang out with them, I'm like, hey, Mark. And I say it just like that.
What's happening?
Hey, Mark, when are you going to propose to Heather? And she's like, oh my God.
Thank you. It's going to be any minute. I
He
feel like.
better.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. No pressure, but what if he doesn't?
Well,
Heather,
he's like
don't listen.
65 years old. Like, it's time for him to get married.
True. That's true. Heather, if you're listening, I may have backup options. So just know. I have people waiting in the wings
Yeah.
if this shit doesn't work out. She's totally going to text me and be like, you're a bitch.
Stop talking about me on the podcast.
So what's next for Mary Diaz now that the Weekly Dictator has come to a close? I know you said you were kind of frustrated, like looking for a creative outlet.
Yeah.
Do you want to go back to a blog? Because you have your Not Mom Material blog,
Yeah,
right?
I may revisit that.
Where did that come from, by the way? Not Mom
Not
Material.
mom material.
'Cause, I don't agree with that assessment of yourself.
It wasn't my assessment. It was actually somebody else's. So we used to work with a girl, Lauren Garcia. What up?
She's not listening either. So.
She's yeah. She said something. Somebody asked me once if I had kids, and she looked me up and down, and she like waved her hand in front of me and said, "Does this look like mother material to you?"
Oh,
and I was
my
so
God.
offended because like at that point I was, I used to be like, I fucking hate kids. Kids are the worst. I don't ever want to have any kids. Get these kids away from me. Like, oh my God, this kid looking at me. There's that kid talking to me. And like, I hated them. But I was really, that was the first time I remember being like offended.
Yeah.
About, like,
Why would someone think
so
that?
I don't see myself as mom, so nobody else does either.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's
Isn't
kinda
that interesting
bullshit.
how people make those kind of observations, but it's stuff that you don't really like in your
Yeah.
mind when you were like, oh, I fucking hate kids. You were probably like, yeah, they're annoying, but in the back of your mind, you thought, man, someday I'd still like to have kids.
Yeah, like maybe I'll have
Maybe.
a kid if it's an accident.
Right, exactly. If it's an accident.
Like at this point, I'll have it.
Right. But I think it's interesting to hear when other people take that what you've been putting out there
Yes.
and then give it back to you, and then suddenly like, wait a minute,
Yeah, like,
I don't like
you
that.
also think the terrible
Yeah.
thing about me too,
Yeah.
so it must be true. Yeah.
it hurts, but then it's also sometimes eye-opening because then it created this Not Mom Material for you, this cool blog that you don't update nearly
I don't.
enough.
I don't. I have a hard time coming up with things to write about. So
I come up with things to write it out, and I'll go, oh, that's a good idea, and then that's it.
yeah, but like also I could sit on the couch and watch Sex and the City.
Ooh.
Like,
I wanna do
it's
that.
Just easier than writing anything.
Well, maybe I was gonna say maybe you could revisit your blog for a creative outlet. Maybe you could start your
Yeah.
own theater company.
Yeah.
I texted you the other night and I was like, start your own gym,
Yeah. Right.
but it's only for douchebags, like so you can
Yeah, I just want,
build
like-
up internet material.
I just want like the awkward gym moments
Yes.
people to come in, and then I'll film you doing everything. I don't know. I'm picking up more classes. I'm a cycle instructor, so I'm picking up more classes teaching, and thinking about quitting my job at the gym because it's just annoying, and like, I don't know, maybe getting into production with Nelson a little
Yeah,
more.
I was gonna say, you
my-
mentioned something, doing some production stuff with
Yeah.
him. Does that sound like something you still want to do?
Yeah, I went to school for film production, so
Yeah.
I'm like, might as well use my degree a little bit. I'm definitely going to work on a film in Virginia in February, like around February, March. I'll be there for a couple of months because Nelson can't be there the whole time. So I'm just going to go and like be his proxy.
That's nice.
Just to kind of get out of this area.
Yeah,
for a little
maybe
bit.
you can. Maybe that can be like your tipping point, or like, you know,
Yeah.
something will inspire you, or you'll go and you'll be like, oh, I don't never want to do a
that's
film
right.
again.
That's why I don't do this. So I don't want to work 16-hour days for no money.
Oh my God, I have 19 pieces
Just
of
like
chocolate.
a
I'm just listening to you talk, and I'm shoving chocolate
I
in my
love it.
face.
I
It's
love
like two girlfriends gabbing.
Just chatting over chocolate.
One of us is gonna puke when you leave. Oh wait.
Guess which one?
Well, you're a little too
Right.
much chocolate on
She
that.
got
last
really
one.
excited on that.
I did. I was like, so tell me, in terms of where you see my future going.
Enough about you. Let's
Enough
talk about me.
you. It's my podcast, so no. But really, I think that the world is your oyster, but it's
Yeah.
so hard.
It's almost too much. Like it's
When you have so many options,
decision
to choose from.
anxiety or whatever they call that.
Yeah, no, sure. Like to find something like, especially in this town where everybody seems to have like a little creative thing they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm doing stand up, I'm doing improv, I make baskets, you know.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start making baskets.
Maybe. I feel like at the holidays, this is a good time maybe to revamp boogies and start doing more
Yeah.
baking.
Yeah, I have a hard time with that because it's like illegal what I'm doing. You can't sell baked goods that you make in your kitchen unless it's certified by the state.
Oh.
Which I can't. I have 3 dogs, so
Yeah.
like probably not gonna get certified. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, so I've been looking more into finding a commercial kitchen that I can rent, but it's so expensive. And
expensive.
I just, like, my jobs aren't big catering jobs. I have birthday parties for,
Yeah.
50 cupcakes or something like.
Yeah.
So it's just not feasible right now. But I would like to try to find one thing that I make. So right now I just make everything. I do like what I call dessert catering. And I'd like to find the one thing that I make and start selling them like farmers markets and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good idea because you can do it there, right? You can.
Well, you still have to either cook in a commercial kitchen or you have to have your kitchen certified.
How interesting.
Or you just lie.
Yeah, I was gonna
'Cause fuck the
say.
government.
Yeah, F the man. That's so interesting. I mean, I didn't even think about that, but I guess that makes sense. I guess there's because of health codes and there's they have those kinds of things have to be in place so you don't have like hobos
Right.
cooking,
Right.
baking.
You also
baked goods.
can't sell cream based products
What?
or meat products that you cook in your own house. Because
Really?
they just have to have a level of cleanliness, a higher level of cleanliness, and like there's nobody to inspect that your cooler is or your cooler, your refrigerator is
Is like
cold
the right
enough,
temperature.
and- yeah,
Interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah. So it's actually more of a pain in the ass than
Oh, okay. So maybe you should not do that unless
Yeah.
you really want to like commit. Like you have to be really to like just go for it and be like, I'm a baker.
yeah. And this is all I'm
this is
doing.
all I'm
That's
gonna do.
yeah. It's hard to find jobs too.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't have a storefront, it's difficult.
Do you feel like though that at some point you reach like kind of a quarter life crisis?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
'Cause you
go
kinda
through
go-
it like every couple of years.
Yeah.
I just I get I have to have something new. I have to have change. I have to feel change. I mean, I've lived in 15 apartments in the last 14 years. I just have to feel something new, and it's usually a job change or a house change or something. But like, I don't know what it's going to be this time.
Yeah. And it's interesting that it's sort of kind of been thrust upon you.
Yeah.
Like no more Weekly Dictator.
Yeah.
You're about to be 24.
Yeah. I mean, 24. It's like you really, really analyze
You
everything
really
you've
have
been
to
doing.
start looking at life in a different
Yeah, like I gotta
way.
start paying back my student loans.
Oh God,
It's
that's a lot of pressure. I'm gonna feel like we're never gonna pay off our student loans. I feel like I told Chris the other day. I said, you know what? When we retire, I'm not fucking paying any more student loans. Like that's it. We're done. I was like, what are they gonna do? We're gonna be almost dead.
Yeah, they're gonna come find you.
He goes, they're gonna find you and garnish your wages. And I was like, I'm not gonna be making any wages.
Yeah,
and he's
so
like,
suck on that.
yeah. He's like, they will take your social.
They're
Security.
gonna take all the little social security.
And I was like, they wouldn't do that to a little old lady.
They would totally do that to a little old lady.
But also by then, everyone says Social Security is going to be
Yeah.
defunct and non-existent anyway.
Yeah.
So all of the stuff that's coming out of my paycheck is going to help the current old people of the world.
Those old people.
Those old people. I'm looking forward to whatever we do for your birthday.
Our birthday.
Because Mary's is on the 13th and mine is on the 15th.
Scorpios
And
unite.
it's mid-November. We're both Scorpios.
Hey, girl, hey.
Do you think you're a true Scorpio, or do you think you're more like...
Yeah. I actually had my, which I think this stuff is all kind of bullshit, but I had my astrological chart done.
I do too, but it's like real.
It's weirdly on.
Right. I want to be like, this is all hokey. But
Yeah, but like, I took a sociology class once where they showed us this video of an experiment where they took a death row inmate and they did his chart, and then they did everybody's chart in the class too, and then everybody got their chart handed to them and they read it and they said how many people thought this was spot on or whatever, and everybody raised their hand. He said, now take your chart and pass it to the person behind you. And they were all the same, and they were all that of a death row inmate. I mean, it is a little bit of a power of suggestion, I think. So it's like it's like when that what was that, John Edwards or whatever, he would talk to dead people or whatever, and he was just cold reading people. You know, it's kind of like if you say something
and
vague
somebody
enough,
has a reaction to it,
like
then you're like, I'm
oh
on to
yeah,
something.
that's it. But my chart was, women tend to go from their sun sign to their moon sign as they get older, or vice versa, or whatever. But everything across the board for me was all in Scorpio, all of it.
Yeah.
So I'm a uber super Scorpio. I'll hold a grudge till like the end.
day.
My
Me
motto,
too.
my motto is any grudge you can hold, I can hold longer. Like
Yeah.
I will outgrudge you.
And it's so funny because people are there. I envy the people who can go, just let it go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I do that when this person needs to know that they have crossed me for the rest of their life?
That's a big thing too, is that like, I don't know if you're like this, but I always want there to be justice for everything. And I want to see it happen.
I want to know that they are humiliated and shamed.
Yes. I want them to be like, I want God to smite them like right in front of me. But you very rarely get that.
smiting.
Yeah. And my husband's like, he's a Pisces. He's a water sign. So he's like, he's going to fly.
I think
whatever.
men,
I was like, no.
Men can do that. I know
Yeah.
there's some men Scorpios somewhere, but men are very laid back like that. Like Chris is very chill.
Yeah.
And is always having to be like, it's okay, you know, like it's all right that this person just ripped out your heart and shit all over it.
It's not okay.
And I'm like, it isn't. They need to pay.
Absolutely.
They need a public flogging, smiting, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Everything that says about Scorpio is like dead on. And I don't know if it's so much the power of suggestion, which is an interesting theory. Like if you're sort of reading like, hey, that is me.
Yeah.
But every single thing I've ever read about a Scorpio is
spot on.
me.
Yeah.
It describes my personality. Vengeful.
Yeah. So vengeful.
I hold a grudge and
Nelson gets so mad at me because he says everything I do is for revenge.
you can't help it.
I can't help it. It's, you know, I will do things like if he's ignoring me or something on his phone, then when he's trying to talk to me, I'll do the same thing to him.
Be like, this is what it feels like.
Yeah, like how you like it.
He's like me now.
He's like, I don't like it. I'm like, well, stop doing it to me. But he never gets smited.
Give people a taste of their own
Smote.
medicine. Yeah, smote.
Smoted.
It's very much like very sexual signs, very strong and like powerful and like it's fiery and all of that. Yeah. Those are all me, but definitely the one about holding a grudge and like, you know, against people. I don't think people know that about me, that I have like secret dolls that I stab at night. I know. No, I don't.
I didn't talk to my own sister for 5 years, and I still rarely talk to her because of one thing she said to me. And I really don't care.
And then you're like, I'm over it. Bye.
Yeah, I'm done with you.
But then it's also, the other one was the big feelings, big, strong, deep
even like
feelings.
We make it sound like Scorpios hate everybody, but like even if we love somebody, like, we love
them intensely. It's like the intensity of your friendships, your passions. Yeah. Like I love Chris Brooker, and I would walk over fire and like hell on earth.
Yeah.
Because I would love this man so much. And I would do that for my friends. You know, once you're in the inner circle, you're in for life.
You don't want to be on the outside.
You do not want to be on the outside of that circle.
Luckily, I've never been in it.
But what's interesting is that we're both Scorpios.
Yeah.
And generally, two Scorpios.
Yeah, we should be like
we should be fighting for
positive
power.
magnets or whatever.
But also, we're really good friends with Greg too, and he's a Scorpio.
Also a Scorpio,
and is also the same way. Like, nope, I'm gonna hit him with my car. Fucking hate that guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's the same way. It's just really interesting to me how we're all able to be friends and have been friends for so long too.
Yeah, I guess we connect on a deeper level.
We get it.
We get each other, and we're scared to not be friends with each other because we'll never talk to each other again.
I will never set up with this house outside this house. Be looking over my shoulder. She's gonna get me. No, but it's true. Like, there's also a little bit of fear. Like, you don't want to piss off your Scorpio.
Absolutely.
And I'm not, like you said, I'm not a big believer in any of that either necessarily. But I do think it's really interesting some of the personality traits that they say have. And Chris will attest that I am true Scorpio for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, no matter what we do for your birthday, I'm excited about it.
Fun. Like, even if it's just you and I sitting in this room right here drinking wine,
I love
it'll
it.
be so much fun.
You know why? Because I have a candle lit and there's a little bit
nice in here.
It's a very relaxing podcast
It
room.
really is. I'm like,
I know, right? Please don't take it out. I have to cook dinner. It's gonna be a long
something
night.
so sleepy about your house.
She's gonna wake up in like 2 minutes and start yelling. Channing's taking a nap right now while Auntie Mary is here. Well, you know that we love Auntie Mary and Uncle Nelson. We love you guys so much.
Too. I mean, Channing really changed my idea of kids.
Oh, really?
Like, I have nephews, and like, I didn't know I could love a kid that much, but she's so cool.
She's cool kid.
And you guys are such great parents that you're not
Thank you.
I don't know, just weird.
Not weird.
Some people are weird, and they make their kids weird, and
yeah. So yes, I want to thank you for coming on the show, but I also want to thank you for being such a great auntie and loving on Channing.
I will do anything for that kid.
She knows it, and she
will
will take full advantage of that because she'll be like, "Ooh, Auntie Mary," and I can't wait to see what's next. You keep us updated on the Motherhood in Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe Channing will have her friends.
Oh, maybe. When? No pressure.
No, we're working on it.
No one's ever asked you that. So.
No, nobody's ever asked me. You've never asked me that.
Never.
That's crazy. From the minute you told us that you were pregnant, I think you were like, Channing needs a friend. Channing needs a friend. And I was like, I hate kids. Kids are the worst. I want to party all the time.
I want to party all the time.
Yeah, but now I'm getting older, and we're ready for that.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be keeping tabs here on Motherhood in Hollywood.
I'll make my announcement on the show.
Yeah, all right. Come back on.
Nobody cares.
Make your announcement. And no one's listening. But I'm just kidding. I know you're there, guys. Thank you for listening. But yes, thank you guys for sure for listening. And thank you, Mary, for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Listen to Weekly Dictator, even though it's no longer in production, as they say.
Still good.
Still there. And you can still listen to it and download it and hear all of Mary's comedy. All of her funny.
It's me being funny and
her
stupid.
funny jokes.
I'm the dumb one. Like, that's the...
Which is a horrible label. They should not.
I know. Well, they say it's pretty one.
Okay.
There's the producer one, the smart one, and the pretty one. So I took the role as the pretty one, which is also the dumb one, which is totally fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Dumb is not a label I would ever give you.
I wouldn't give myself that either.
Yeah.
But
So everyone go listen to the pretty dumb one.
Yeah. It's pretty and dumb.
The pretty and dumb
Pretty
one.
dumb.
On Weekly Dictator. And where can people find you on the Twitter?
I'm at Not Mom Material on Twitter. I tweet like every 6 months.
And do you want someone to follow you on Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, I'm Pirated. Pirated.
That's a pretty good
we got on it.
Instagram handle.
Greg, our friend we were talking about earlier, was like, hey, this new thing came out. And it was like right when it came out. And he's like, everybody get on it. And we all like got on it right away and shared one picture. And
I signed Nelson up for his Twitter account.
You did?
Yeah. We were in the break room at Universal. And I was like, hey, are you on Twitter? And he's like, no, what's that? And I was like, oh, it's this thing. And I was like, what do you want your name to be? And he's like, oh, I don't know. Like, NJD. And I was like, no, I'll pick something else. Yeah. So then he picked Funny Man in NJD. And that's been his Twitter handle ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I
think that's his Instagram too.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. So everybody go find Pirated on the Instagram and find Not Mom Material. And you may or may not see tweets every now and then.
I don't know, I only tweet if there's like a giveaway on Motherhood in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I want to win.
The best tweets to That's the best tweet.
The only reason I go on to tweet.
And everybody can find Motherhood in Hollywood at MIH Podcast on Twitter. You can also find me at Motherhood in Hollywood on Instagram and Facebook. And also, I'm on Periscope, you guys. I do Periscopes every now and again whenever I have hair and makeup done. And you can find me there at MIH Podcast as well. So thank you, Mary, for coming on the show.
Thanks so much for having me. This is fun.
Yay, birthday week.
Yay.
And thank you guys again for listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.